All right, so today we're diving into omnichannel.
Omnichannel.
It sounds like
Yeah.
something out of like a sci-fi movie.
Right.
But, it's actually a pretty powerful business strategy
Yeah.
that companies are using more and more these days. And I think we've all had that experience, right? Where it seems like a company just knows what you want.
Yeah.
No matter if you're on your phone or in their store,
Right.
they just get you.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the magic of omnichannel, creating this seamless experience no matter where the customer interacts with the brand.
Yeah. I mean, it really is about recognizing that the customer journey is just not linear anymore.
Right.
Like it used to be. You'd go to the store, you'd see something, you'd buy it.
Right.
But now people might browse online and then like compare prices on their phones.
Oh, yeah.
And then go into a store.
Yeah.
To actually like make the purchase.
Yeah.
So
you might even like
omnichannel is about see an ad on social media.
Yeah.
Then
exactly. Weaving all those touch points together
right.
into one cohesive story.
Okay, so it's not just about being on different platforms.
Yeah.
It's about making them work together.
Exactly.
Like
and that's where
a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, a well-oiled machine. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And that's where the 5 key aspects that are outlined in our sources come into play.
Okay, let's hear it.
So it starts with seamless integration.
Okay.
Think of it like a relay race.
Okay.
Where the baton passes smoothly from one runner to the next.
Gotcha.
Like the customer should be able to move from their laptop to their phone to a physical store.
Yeah.
Without like missing a beat.
Okay, I like that analogy. So smooth transitions between all those different touch points.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. What about the other aspects?
So then there's consistent experience.
Okay.
Which is about making sure the brand's voice, the messaging, even like the visual look
feels unified across all those channels.
Right. It all needs to feel like the same brand.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then we have data sharing.
Ooh, data sharing.
Which
a little bit of a touchy subject these days.
A little controversial, but it can be incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
When it's done right.
Right.
So imagine you're browsing for running shoes online.
Okay.
And then you get a text message about a sale.
Okay.
On those exact shoes.
Yeah.
While you're near a store.
Yeah, okay.
So that's kind of like how it could work.
That's cool, but I can also see how that can be kind of creepy.
Right.
It's like
yeah.
How much
Bridge Brothers.
Yeah, how much do they know? How are they using my data?
Yeah, so you raise a good point.
Yeah.
The ethical use of data is super important.
Right.
For any omni-channel strategy.
Right.
Like transparency and giving customers control over their data are paramount.
Yeah.
It's not about bombarding them with like irrelevant messages.
Right. It's about providing like valuable, personalized interactions that actually enhance their experience.
Yeah, you want to feel like they're helping you, not spying on you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so it's about understanding customer needs and providing a more tailored experience.
Yes.
Not just pushing sales.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, good. What's next?
So the fourth aspect is multi-channel presence, which is more straightforward.
Okay.
It's just about being where your customers are.
Right.
Whether that's social media or mobile apps or good old-fashioned brick-and-mortar stores.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And finally, we have that customer-centric focus.
Yes.
It seems like that's really the glue that holds everything together.
Absolutely, because at the end of the day, omnichannel is all about putting the customer at the heart of the strategy.
Yeah.
Understanding their preferences, their behaviors, their expectations, and then designing the experience around them.
Okay, I think it's important for us to make sure that we distinguish between just being on a bunch of platforms and actually having this omni-channel strategy.
Yes.
So what some people call multi-channel versus omni-channel.
Uh-huh.
What's the real difference there?
Think of it this way. Multi-channel is like having a bunch of different instruments.
Okay.
But like each musician is playing their own tune.
Gotcha.
But omnichannel is like an orchestra.
Okay.
Where all the instruments are working together to create like this beautiful symphony.
I like that. So one is about just being present.
Yes.
And the other one's about having this cohesive experience.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've kind of defined what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But why should anyone care?
Yeah.
What are the real benefits for businesses and customers?
Well, our research shows that companies with robust omnichannel strategies see big improvements in customer satisfaction and loyalty.
That makes sense.
And this often translates to higher sales and revenue.
Okay.
For instance, one study found that companies with strong omnichannel engagement strategies retain almost 90% of their customers.
Wow.
Compared to only 33%.
That's a huge difference.
For companies with weaker strategies.
So it's not just, making people feel good.
No.
It actually impacts the bottom line.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay. So that's pretty significant.
Yeah. And for e-commerce businesses, in particular, there's some really compelling advantages.
Okay.
Like our sources point to increased customer loyalty, leading to repeat purchases.
Yeah.
When customers have like a smooth, enjoyable shopping experience online, they're much more likely to come back.
It makes sense. The easier, more enjoyable you make it, the more likely they are to spend money with you.
Exactly. And then there's the data-driven side of things. Okay.
So by tracking customer interactions across all channels, businesses can gain like really valuable insights into their behavior, their preferences, their needs.
Right.
And this data can then be used to personalize marketing efforts.
Okay.
Optimize the customer experience.
Yeah.
And just make better business decisions overall.
So instead of just guessing what customers want, you can actually use data to really understand them and tailor the experience accordingly.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some real-world examples. Like who's doing this well?
So the 2024 Omnichannel Index highlights Swedish companies like IKEA, H&M, and LGN as top performers.
Interesting. I've always been impressed with how seamless IKEA is. You can browse online, reserve items, and then pick them up at the store, no problem. Yeah, they've really mastered the art of integration.
Yeah.
And it's not just about convenience.
Right.
They also use data to personalize the experience.
Okay.
So, for example, if you previously purchased kitchen items, you might receive recommendations for matching accessories, or you might get a notification about a sale on cookware.
Okay, so they're using that data to anticipate what you might need and kind of make the experience even better.
Exactly.
Smart. Okay, so those Swedish companies are doing it well.
Yeah.
Any other good examples?
Yeah, well, I think what all these companies are proving is that a customer-centric omnichannel approach isn't just a trend.
Right.
It's a fundamental shift in how businesses operate.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, all those companies you mentioned were B2C, like business to consumer. Does omnichannel work differently in the B2B world?
So that's a good point. You're right. There are some key differences.
Yeah.
So while the core principle of a seamless customer journey is the same, B2B and B2C omnichannel strategies do diverge in a few important ways.
Okay. So what are those key differences?
Well, I think first, the sales cycle and the decision-making process are much longer in B2B.
Yeah.
So it often involves multiple stakeholders and requires building trust over time.
It's more of a relationship.
Exactly, yeah. So think about a company purchasing complex software.
Yeah.
It's not an impulse buy.
Right.
So
so the omnichannel strategy needs to kind of nurture that relationship and provide the right information at each stage of the journey.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you might use targeted content, webinars, or even personalized consultations to address specific needs and concerns. Right. Whereas B2C often focuses on capturing attention and driving conversions quickly. So leveraging channels like social media and online ads.
Makes sense. Okay, so what else is different?
Another key difference is the focus on building long-term relationships.
Okay.
So B2B omnichannel emphasizes building trust, credibility, and ongoing engagement.
Oh, yeah.
So think about using platforms like LinkedIn or industry events to connect with potential clients and establish thought leadership.
Okay.
Whereas B2C might target a wider audience with shorter, more transactional relationships, relying heavily on platforms like Instagram or retail stores.
The B2B is about cultivating these deep relationships.
Yeah.
B2C is more about reach.
Right, exactly.
And what was the final difference?
So finally, there's a difference in how,
personalization is approached.
Okay.
So in B2B, it's often about understanding the specific needs and challenges of each decision maker within a company.
Right.
So you might provide like customized product demos or case studies that are tailored to their industry.
Okay.
Whereas B2C personalization might involve recommending products based on a customer's past purchases or browsing history.
So it's really about understanding the unique dynamics of each business model.
Yes.
And tailoring that strategy accordingly.
Exactly.
Okay, so even though they're different, it seems like the overall goal is still the same.
Yeah.
Like to create that seamless, integrated experience.
Exactly.
That meets those needs and expectations.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've seen how it works in those different contexts. But like, what about the actual impact?
Like, do these strategies actually get results?
Oh, they absolutely do.
Okay.
Yeah, the numbers speak for themselves.
Okay, let's hear it.
So we mentioned that companies with strong omnichannel engagement retain almost 90% of their customers.
Right.
But there's more
Okay.
studies show that omnichannel shoppers have a 30% higher lifetime value than those who stick to just one channel.
Okay.
They spend more, make more frequent purchases, and they're more likely to recommend the brand to others.
So not only are they more loyal, but they're also more valuable over time.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
And it goes beyond just the numbers. Omnichannel has like a real impact on how people perceive a brand.
Right.
When a company makes it easy to shop and interact with them, it builds trust and satisfaction.
I know from my own experience, like when a company like remembers my past interactions or like provides a smooth experience, like between their website and the store, I feel valued as a customer.
Exactly.
I'm more likely to go back to them than someone who's not doing that.
Exactly. It's all about creating those positive, memorable experiences that make people want to come back.
For more.
For more, exactly.
Okay, so it's clear that omnichannel is powerful.
Yeah.
But are there any like downsides? Our sources did mention like some challenges businesses face when trying to implement this.
Yeah, it's definitely not a walk in the park. Like one of the biggest hurdles is data integration.
Data integration,
A lot of companies have customer information scattered across different systems and departments, making it really hard to get a complete picture.
It's like trying to solve a mystery.
Yeah?
But you only have half the clues.
Right, exactly. You might be able to like make some guesses, but you're missing key pieces of the puzzle.
Right, exactly.
So without like a unified view of the customer, it's almost impossible to create truly personalized and seamless experiences.
And there's so many different types of data now.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about CRM data, Zap site analytics, purchase history, social media interactions.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot to bring together.
Yeah, so it's not just about collecting the data.
Right.
It's about making sure it all works together.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about like consistency?
Yeah.
Across all those channels.
Consistency is another big one. Like the branding, the messaging.
Yeah.
Even things like product availability and pricing need to be aligned.
Yeah. If you see something online for one price and then you go to the store and it's different.
Exactly.
It's like, what?
Yeah. I've definitely experienced that.
Yeah. It's not a good feeling.
It makes you wonder if they even like know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Inconsistency erodes trust.
Yeah.
And it can damage the brand's reputation.
Okay, so that's a big one.
Yeah.
What about technology? It seems like you need some pretty sophisticated systems to make this all work.
You're right. Technology is a key piece of the puzzle.
Okay.
So implementing an effective omnichannel strategy requires investing in solutions that can handle data sharing, communication, and automation across all those channels. So things like CRM systems, marketing automation platforms, and even like personalized recommendation engines are essential.
That sounds like a big investment.
It can be.
Yeah.
Especially for smaller businesses.
Right.
But there are solutions available for businesses of all sizes.
Yeah.
The key is to find the right tools that fit your specific needs and budget.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
So speaking of challenges, our sources also mentioned something about organizational silos being a challenge.
That's a common problem in larger organizations.
Okay.
So different departments operate independently, and they don't always communicate effectively.
Yeah.
So, like, the marketing team might be focused on online campaigns, while the sales team is focused on in-person interactions.
So you end up with, like, a disconnect between the online and offline experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the customer feels like they're dealing with two different companies.
Right, exactly.
So breaking down those silos and fostering collaboration between departments is essential.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So we talked about data integration, consistency, technology, and organizational silos. Any other?
Yeah, one of the biggest ongoing challenges is simply, like, keeping up with the ever-changing digital landscape.
Right,
Like, new technologies and platforms are constantly emerging.
Right.
And it can be overwhelming for businesses to, like, stay ahead of the curve.
It's like running a marathon.
Yeah.
Where the finish line keeps moving.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have to constantly, like, adapt and evolve just to keep up.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Omnichannel is not, like, a one-time project. It's an ongoing journey of learning, experimenting, and optimization.
So it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But it sounds like if you're willing to put in the effort, the rewards are there.
The rewards can be significant.
Okay, so speaking of the future, what trends are kind of shaping the world of omnichannel?
Yeah.
What can we expect to see in the coming years?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I think one of the most exciting trends is the rise of AI.
AI.
And machine learning.
Okay.
These technologies are already playing, like, a significant role.
I've seen those AI-powered chatbots.
Yes.
Popping up on, like, more websites. They're getting pretty good at, like, answering questions and providing support.
They're becoming increasingly sophisticated.
Right.
AI is also being used behind the scenes to analyze huge amounts of customer data, identifying, like, patterns and insights that can be used to personalize the experience and improve marketing campaigns.
So it's like taking personalization to a whole new level.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. What else?
I think mobile is becoming increasingly important.
Right.
Smartphones
are the primary device for many consumers.
Right.
And they expect, like, a seamless, engaging experience across all touch points.
So that means, like, making sure your websites and apps are optimized for mobile, offering mobile payment options.
Yes.
Maybe even using, like, location-based services to, like, provide personalized recommendations.
You're right on track.
Okay.
And we can't forget about the rise of voice search.
Voice search.
People are using voice assistants like Siri and Alexa more and more to search for products, get information, and even make purchases.
So businesses need to make sure their content is optimized for that and that their products are easy to find using voice commands.
In fact.
Yeah. Okay, what else?
Another trend to watch is the increasing demand for personalized experiences.
Right. Customers expect brands to know them, understand their preferences, and tailor interactions to their individual needs.
So it's not just about, like, using their name in an email.
Right.
It's about, like, creating experiences that truly feel individualized and relevant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about taking into account their browsing history, their purchase behavior, their location, their demographics, even their, like, real-time context.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So it seems like businesses are going to need some, like, pretty powerful tools.
They will, and that's where AI and machine learning come into play again.
Okay.
Those technologies are essential for, like, analyzing vast amounts of data and delivering those, like, hyper-personalized experiences.
Okay, and I've also heard about augmented reality and virtual reality kind of starting to make their way into the omnichannel world. What's the potential there?
So AR and VR can create, like, truly immersive experiences for customers. Imagine being able to, like, virtually try on clothes or see how a piece of furniture would look in your living room before buying it.
That would be cool.
Right.
It would definitely like remove some of that hesitation.
Exactly.
You know, when you're shopping online.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know if that's going to fit. I don't know if it's going to look right.
Exactly. So AR and VR can like bridge that gap between the online and offline world, create a more engaging and informative shopping experience.
So the future of retail is going to be very interactive.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? What other trends are you seeing?
Sustainability and ethical practices are becoming increasingly important for consumers. You know, they want to support brands that align with their values.
It's not just about providing like a great experience.
Right.
It's also about being a responsible company.
Exactly.
Okay.
So businesses need to think about incorporating like sustainable practices into their omnichannel strategy.
Right.
So things like offering eco-friendly products, using sustainable packaging and support like ethical sourcing can make a big difference.
So sustainability is not just like a trend.
No.
It's becoming like a core expectation.
It is. And companies that ignore this shift in consumer sentiment do so at their own peril.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we talked about AI, mobile, voice search, personalization, AR, VR, sustainability, any other.
Yeah. The final trend
I'd highlight is the importance of creating a more human and empathetic experience.
So even with all this technology, people still want that human connection, that genuine interaction.
It's not just about like automation and efficiency. It's about creating experiences that feel personal and authentic.
Okay, so connecting on an emotional level.
Exactly.
Understanding their needs, providing support.
Yes.
That goes beyond just answering basic questions.
Exactly.
So it seems like the future of omnichannel is really about finding that right balance between like technology and human touch.
You nailed it.
Okay.
Yeah. The most successful companies will be the ones that can leverage technology to enhance the customer experience while still maintaining
a sense of human connection and empathy.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's amazing to think how much things have changed.
Yeah.
Even in just the last few years. And how technology is really like reshaping the way we interact with brands.
Yeah, it's remarkable.
Yeah.
Like just a few years ago, a lot of these concepts we're talking about seemed like futuristic.
Right.
And now they're becoming commonplace.
Yeah. It feels like we're on the cusp of like a major shift in how businesses operate and how customers behave.
We are.
Yeah.
And in the midst of all this change, one thing remains constant. The importance of putting the customer at the heart of everything.
It seems like that's really like the core of omnichannel. It's not just about the technology or the channels.
Right.
It's about really understanding the customer's journey and creating that experience that meets their needs.
That's exactly it. Omnichannel is about connecting the dots, bridging the gaps between online and offline, creating a seamless experience that feels personalized and engaging.
So we've covered a lot today.
Yeah, we have.
Defined omnichannel, explored the benefits, the challenges, looked at the future.
Yes.
But what does it all mean for you, the listener? What's like the key takeaway here?
If you're a consumer, embrace the power of omnichannel.
Okay.
Demand a better experience from the brands you interact with.
Right.
Don't settle for disjointed journeys.
Right.
Or like impersonal interactions.
They deserve better.
Support companies that are committed to creating a seamless, personalized experience.
Okay, so it sounds like consumers really have more power than ever.
They do.
Yeah.
Shape the way businesses operate.
And if you're a business owner
or a marketer, what's the message for you?
The message is clear.
Okay.
Omnichannel is no longer optional.
Okay.
It's essential.
Right.
This is how you stay competitive, build stronger relationships with your customers, and ultimately drive growth.
In this new landscape.
Yeah.
So businesses really need to embrace this shift. Make it part of their strategy.
There's no way around it.
Right.
But it's not about blindly following trends.
Right.
It's about understanding your customers, their needs, and then using technology and strategy to create that experience that delights them at every touch point.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
So this has been a really insightful deep dive. I feel like I've learned a lot about Omnichannel and its potential.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts?
Yeah. I'd like to leave our listeners with a question.
Okay.
If you were to design the ultimate omnichannel experience, what would be the one feature that would make it truly unforgettable?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
What would make you say, this is exactly how it should be.
Right.
This is what a customer-centric experience feels like.
It's about using our imagination and our understanding of omnichannel to design the future of customer experience.
I think that's a perfect note to end on.
Yeah.
So, thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
It was a pleasure being here.
Into the world of Omnichannel.
Yeah.
We hope you found it valuable and thought-provoking.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Keep exploring and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.